Hi everyone, this is Warren from Rhapsody Piano Studio. Want to welcome you to today's special Thanksgiving lesson edition. Just special because today's Thanksgiving. Yeah. Uh, Thanks for joining me if you're watching, and kudos to you for trying to get some piano in before you go pass out on turkey. Have a little food coma. Okay. We're gonna be learning Clark on intermediate piano. This is from Minecraft Volume Alpha, and you can find sheet music in the links in the cards as well as the description, the video description. And also, when you're done with this lesson, try to test out your knowledge by going over to the tutorial as well to see if you really understand these things I'm trying to teach you here. So you want to think of these lessons as like the blueprint or like a self test or something like that. Not self test, but study guide. Yeah, there you go. And then head on over to the tutorial to test yourself out. Okay. All right. This is Clark. Let me see what technique you need for this. It's actually not too bad. This is one of the easier arrangements from the entire book, the entire series, the collection. Let me see if I can scoot this over. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. I think that's better. Okay. So you'll need to be comfortable playing chords. I think also this idea of finger independence, trying to hold some. Well, that's a terrible view. Trying to hold some notes down at the same time you play others, like holding that. So you need to be comfortable with that as well. If that's something that's an issue for you, look up finger independence. You do some exercises like that is how you get better coordination and control when it comes to things like that. Okay? All right, I'm going to show you how to practice this from the beginning. I'll explain some concepts as we go along. Okay. Okay, I actually played first 8, 10 measures, and I don't know if you noticed, if you actually have the music, I'm actually not really counting it, because these are all whole notes. Alright, you're gonna hold this for 8 beats, 8 beats, 8 beats, 8 beats, 4, and 4. So the reason why I'm not counting that because it's a waste of time. If you're gonna play this like an actual performance, that's when you actually want to count each beat correctly, okay? So these are just the different positions. And then when you actually play it for people, that's when you want to count it, okay? So just simply try this with me together, all right? And then we're just gonna count maybe 2 per beat instead of 8, all right? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's about it, okay? Let's try it together. Ready, go. Yeah, one of the most important ideas around effective practice is how much time are you saving. So that's why that's important. And why I'm really not counting that for the full value, because you don't want to waste your time. All right, now I'm taking it from, there's no measure numbers here, so this is a third row. Okay, and then at the second page, the next page, that's where we get a little bit more notes, and then we can kind of count it regularly. So even here, we have whole notes here, half notes, kind of like the other voices. So instead of playing at a half note value, I'm just making them quarter notes. You just double the speed. So that's also another way to practice this. Just some future advice if you work on other music, if you find places you might need to double the speed to save the time, or even, make it even slower, which is also good practice as well. All right, we're gonna try that together. Ready, go. All right, now I'm gonna play the whole first page for you, and it's gonna be at, I wouldn't even say, it's not even twice as fast. It's probably like 4 times as fast. So it's gonna sound way different than the actual song. Of course, if you head on over to it's so hard to say that, to the tutorial, you're gonna hear exactly how it sounds with the full beats, rhythm, without any alterations. Okay, so here's the first page. And I also skipped the repeat. Right, so I'm skipping the repeat there, and also, gosh, it was on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not doing the repeat there as well. And it also, like in the future, when you're practicing parts where it is an exact repetition, like the exact same measures and sections come back, you can skip that as well. All right, let's try this whole first page together. Ready, go. Okay. Sorry, I played that wrong. All right, now next page. Okay, so that was about 8 measures. Now we have a little bit more regular beats here, so we can just count it correctly now. Here we go. Let me do it again. 2, 3, 4. Alright, now the awkward place I'm looking at is the second row from the bottom of the page. You might actually just use a 2 here. Or actually a 1. It's a little weird. I wouldn't even do that. I would just kind of pedal this and not even try to hold that whole note for the full value. So you can get away with a longer pedal there because it's the same harmony. But like if you had to play it exactly the way it's written in the score, it's really weird. Like this. Anyway, I find that awkward. So you don't really have to follow it completely as written. All right, now we're just gonna try that together. Ready, go. It's gonna be a short video. It's 3 pages, but not a lot going on in this. It's a nice one though. I didn't really say anything about repetitions, by the way. So this first thing we've been doing is we've been dividing each section. We just call it small chunking, and you just kind of simply build it up. All right. So it's like building a house up by brick. You have a wall, another wall, then you have the roof, then whatever appliances you want to put in there. Anyway, so it's about small chunking. You just put it together. Over time, you have bigger and bigger sections. So you do 1 page, you do another page, the last page, and then you have 3 pages. And then before, in the beginning, we did half a page and half a page, right? So that's the first concept you got to get comfortable with playing piano. You have to be dividing everything correctly when you're playing. The second idea has to do with repetition. I didn't really talk about how many times you need to do this because there's really no set number. You don't have to go the traditional route where it says like 10 times in a row. You could just try it a few times, and then you could wait a little bit, work on something else, and then work on something else again, and then come back to it later in the session. So this first page, maybe 10 minutes goes by, and then you try it, and then you try it again. You try it again. This is called spaced repetition. It works much better in the long term than the traditional approach. You're gonna want to look that up online. Spaced repetition, because I can't talk about it in this lesson because it'll take a few hours. Seriously. Okay. All right. Now we're taking the third row on the second page. Alright, now this is really awkward. This is fine, first 2 measures here. Now here, so it goes by pretty fast, so let me slow it down. Look at pay attention to the notes that I'm holding and then notes that I'm letting go. Let me slow it down even more. One more time. if I were to explain it, top note here, this next note's on the offbeat. So 1, 2, 3, and then on 4, 4, and then 1, 2, another offbeat. Okay, left hand. And when we put it together, alright, now I'm gonna go back to a couple measures before. Let's try that together. Ready, go. Alright, and that's probably the regular tempo anyway. It's not really that fast, this piece, okay? Next 4 measures. Even more awkward. not that I'm complaining about the song. Yeah, okay. So, by the way, I always connected one note to the next part, because if you do that, then it's just automatically connected. You don't have to go back and work on like putting it together. So, play for you one more time from here. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna slow it down even more. One more time. This part is fine. Now here, big jump, and you're gonna hold these bottom 2 notes, and that is what you call finger independence again, like controlling your fingers, you know. So make sure, like, if this doesn't come easy to you, don't worry about it, because look, this is like years and years of work, alright? Like, to just do something as simple as this, like holding notes, okay? It's very difficult. And if this is your first introduction to it, then it's gonna take a while. And if you want to look this concept up even more, I have a pretty it's a pretty popular video. I don't know why, but I mean, I'm happy. But it's called Advanced Finger Independence Exercises. I have a live stream on it. You go look it up. All right, let's try it together. Next 4 measures. Ready, go. Alright, next 4 measures, which will be the bottom of the page. This pattern again. Alright, so let's try that together. Ready, go. Alright, now we're going to instead of putting this whole page together, I just want to put these last 3 rows together here. Okay, so from the D minor chord. Alright, so that's about 16 measures. Alright, so we're going to do this and we're going to cover the last page. Try it together. I will slow it down. Ready, go. Okay, going on to the last page. And wanted to ask you guys quickly, if you have enjoyed this video, we still have a little bit more to go. And by the way, make sure you stick around for the recap at the end. It's good to review important concepts that you learn. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit that like button. And also, if you want to catch when I go live. Hit the notification bell as well. And I also will put a link in the comment section below as well, so you can catch the full schedule of upcoming lessons. All right. And also share this video with someone who would love to play it on piano or even just hear it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to divide this into 3 more different sections. The last page here, we have the 3 rows, okay? It's very similar. Another jump here. Alright, let me actually, I didn't go over how to practice the jump. Just take the very last note, play it, and move as fast as possible to the next part. And then as soon as your fingers touch it, play it. So it's kind of like making contact with the keys. And just do this back and forth. And you want to get to a point where you're not thinking about it, because then if you get to this point where you're just going back and forth like that, it's pretty much muscle memory. So it's one less thing to think about. Okay, let's try these 4 measures all the way to the next section. Okay, ready, go. And then remember that whole space repetition thing. If you don't try and you don't get it right now, then don't worry about it. Just try it again later. Okay, next 4 measures. All right, let's try it together very slowly. Ready, go. Okay, next 4 measures. Ready, go. And then we're gonna put these last 3 chunks we did. Was it 4, 8, 12? 12 measures, okay? So these 3 rows one more time. And it kind of works out pretty mathematically, because the page before was about 3 rows. Here, 3 rows as well. We'll try that together. Ready, go. Then we have last 8 measures. These are all just once again like those whole notes, and they're tied, so it's for a full value. So 8 beat whole notes, if you want to think of it that way. So again, back to the beginning, you just want to divide this into 2 beats instead of 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you play for like an actual performance or something like that, then you can hold it for the full value. We'll just try that together, do a quick recap, and I'm out of here. Right, ready, go. And that's about it. Okay, quick recap from today's lesson. This is for intermediate piano. I didn't really say this in the beginning as well, but these arrangements are kind of awkward, all right, just to be blunt. It doesn't really seem like it has a lot of experience at actually playing piano. He might have at composing, but it's just really awkward for the piano. So that's one thing that makes it difficult actually. This one's not too bad. What you have to be comfortable with is finger independence, like holding some keys and then being able to play the other notes without lifting your fingers, whatever combination they're giving you in this song. So you want to look up finger independence. I actually have a live stream on it. It's called Advanced Finger Independence Exercises. You know, look it up online. if you want. Rhapsody Piano Studio, Advanced Finger Independence Exercises. It's one of my most popular live streams as well. It explains a lot, and a lot of resources you can get into if you're interested in mastering this part of piano playing. And the other two important concepts when you're learning and you're practicing is chunking, just small parts at a time. You divide it up and then put it together into bigger parts, okay? So you get half a page, not necessarily half a page, it could be a third. I'm just using a random example. So half and half turns into one full page, the next half and half turns into another full page, and then you have 2 pages, you put that together. And then bigger and bigger sections until you're able to do the whole entire song. Another practice example is to minimize your time. So we really just sped up the notes in the beginning instead of like holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why waste your time sitting here just counting? So just count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You speed it up. You speed up the longer notes and you save time. And the last important, very important concept is called spaced repetition. Instead of doing it 10 times in a row and trying to get it perfectly the first time around, just get it decent. Just a few times is enough. And then you just come back to it later on in the session, maybe 10 minutes later, maybe 15 minutes later. Or if it's just really frustrating and you're not getting anywhere, just even wait a day perhaps. Sometimes just sleeping on it is the best advice. And you'll come back, you just try it again later. Sometimes the problem just fixes itself. So look that up online. It's really important and it's a really complex topic, to be honest, as well. It's called spaced repetition. All right, so it's a lot. It was a short lesson, but a short piece too as well. But I hope you guys got a lot of value from this. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you guys are enjoying your time with your loved ones and on this Thanksgiving Day, and wherever you are in the world as well. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Even if you don't celebrate, it's, you know, just be grateful, okay? I am grateful as well to have you guys as an audience and watching these videos. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys next time. Happy Turkey Day, and don't pass out too fast now, okay? You're here. All right, bye-bye.